Well, hello everyone, and welcome to the start of another herping vlog here in 2023. I'm coming to you from South Florida, and what we're going to be doing today is going out and doing some night cruising. I actually haven't been out in a little bit. We had some insane rain come through South Florida, which resulted in major flooding in Fort Lauderdale. The Port of Everglades got shut down, and we've had some crazy gas shortages. So I've been conserving gas for a little bit, but things are coming back to normal. So I'm, with conditions looking pretty good tonight, I'm hoping we can see some stuff on the road. One thing I'll say before we head out is that I've been down in South Florida since February. It is now the end of April. There has been no seasonal variability down here. When I got here in February, every day was in the 80s, and we had some nights where it was in the low 70s. Occasionally we'd get a night where it'd be like in the 60s or even 50s, but right now today in end of April it was mid 80s and it's going to be in the low 70s. So temperatures have pretty much stayed the same. They haven't gotten colder, they haven't gotten warmer. It's been crazy. Every other place really I feel in the US has gone through more seasonal variability than we have down here. So I just wanted to throw that out, but I'm going to get in my truck now. It's a little after 8. Start some cruising, and hopefully we can find some herps on the road. So, it's been a very quiet night, but check out this little frog that I got. This is a native species. At first I thought this is a narrowmouth toad, but I don't think this is a narrowmouth toad. But yeah, we're just walking around looking for some snakes at night and just came across this tiny little frog. I'll put the ID in the description. Or I'll put the ID in the video, but yeah, check that guy out. Pretty cool. Hopefully we can see some more stuff, but got something different. So minutes, not even a minute after finding that frog, we have our first snake of the night. This is a Florida scarlet snake that is doing what scarlet snakes do. They're fossorial, and it is burying itself underneath this log. So yeah, that's really cool. Only have a small portion of the snake's body sticking above the ground. I'm not going to disturb this guy whatsoever, but yeah, really cool find. This scarlet snake. Maybe we can get a little closer to him, but yeah, he's just going underneath the leaf litter. Maybe he's foraging on something. I don't know, but yeah, really interesting find. So first snake of the night is a Florida scarlet. And right here, that is a big Cuban Treefrog that is on the side of the trail. It's an invasive species here. But yeah, just sitting. Alright, we just got our second Florida scarlet snake of the night. It's a small one. It's right here on the side of the trail. So that's really cool. I haven't seen scarlet snakes of this size yet. But yeah, this is cool. We've already hiked up another one, and there it goes, just working its way along the trail. So yeah, 2 scarlet snakes on the night. Can't complain. I haven't seen more than 2, I think, so it's already tied my personal record. But little tiny scarlet snake along the side of this hiking trail that we're on. That is my first wild Burmese python on the side of this trail here. Oh my god. It's been such a slow night, so I figured something was waiting for me. And it is a Burm. I can't see where oh, there's a head. It's right over there. So this is probably, oh my god, it's a Burmese python. Look at that. Obviously, this is an invasive snake that we have down here in South Florida, and they've caused major ecological devastation, but this is the first time I've seen one. And okay, so here's the head. Here's the head of the Burmese python. That is incredible. I just saw it on the side of the trail. This has got to be, I assume this is a male based on the size, not the big females that you see. But yeah, I can't believe it. It's a Burmese python. Good and bad at the same time. So here's the tail end of the snake here. So it's probably going to start taking off. But I'm going to try and get some video with my camera, and then we're going to keep on going. But Burmese python on the side of the trail. So here's more footage of the Burmese python. Like I said, I think this is probably an adult male or small female. But yeah, I don't know why I can't zoom any further, but there we go. So the head is right over here. This is easily the largest snake that I've ever seen in the wild. And I was just thinking about, oh, maybe I haven't seen a Burmese python yet. And this is technically my lifer. Again, a lot of mixed feelings. These things are invasive, but I'm not permitted to technically go out and remove this snake now. There are animal cruelty laws that do protect them. But yeah, I saw a contractor earlier, but he was on the road and not on the hiking trail where the snake is. So I'm going to try and get some more pictures and maybe some more video, and then we'll keep on going. But this has easily been kind of the highlight and low light of the night. Alright everyone, so I had my doubts at first, but I'm almost like 90% sure that these little frogs are actually narrowmouth toads. They're eastern narrowmouth toads. Yeah, that's a narrowmouth toad. That's pretty cool. I've seen them before, but they get different phases, so this is like, I think, the third one we've seen tonight. But we'll keep on going. Well, tonight, everyone, two things happened for the first time. Number one, I got completely skunked on the road that I cruised. That has never happened to me before. Even on nights where it was a lot cooler, I would still see at least one snake. However, the second thing that happened, which had never happened before, was finally seeing a Burmese python in the wild. There is one thing I will say about this encounter with the Burmese python that I had was I was very lucky because immediately after finishing up photographing and filming the snake, I ran into a python contractor who was able to find and successfully remove that python from the habitat, which is fantastic because that python no longer being in the ecosystem is now incredibly beneficial. A lot of native wildlife will benefit from that snake no longer being there. Not to mention these python contractors can get paid for the snake itself. So that's a win for them. And then for me, before encountering them, being able to see and photograph the snake, a lot of good came out of it. There's a lot that I could say about Burmese pythons and really going in depth about them being a prohibited reptile species and the basically benefit of removing them and all that stuff. But I think for now I'm going to save that for maybe an entire future video on that if I end up finding more Burmese pythons, compiling some of that footage. But I did want to at least say one thing, that because some people will say, well, if you see a Burmese python, you have to immediately kill it, run it over, all that stuff, get it out of here. And, well, I do agree that we need to remove them. There's a proper way about going about doing it, and tonight was just a prime example of that. So, to answer your question, yes, the Burmese python was removed. I was not permitted to do that, but fortunately there were people who legally were. So yes, that is just a win-win across the board. I definitely wanted to include this little narration bit into the video, but I'm not going to end the video here. I'll probably continue with some more cruises in the future and compile that in, because other than those two scarlet snakes and the narrowmouth toads and the Cuban treefrog, it was pretty uneventful, except for the Burmese python, which is why I'm rambling on here for nearly 3 minutes. So, alright, just wanted to give you an update there, and I'll see you the next time I'm out cruising. Well, hello everyone, and we are out, or about to head out for another night of cruising. It is just after sunset. You can see the moon up there. Last time I was out cruising, it was the first time I ever got skunked on the road that we're about to drive on. Never has it happened to me before. It wasn't a cold night, it was warm too. But we went on that hiking trail and got two scarlet snakes and a Burmese python, so I guess that kind of makes up for it. The one thing that's a little concerning, we got this storm cloud over here with a lightning storm that could potentially be following us down the road. Hoping that's not the case, but we shall see. And I'm going to get on the road because the mosquitoes are starting to get bad, and hopefully we don't get skunked on the road and we can find something pretty cool. So we haven't gotten a snake yet, but the one thing that amazes me is that the southern toads down here are just absolutely enormous. I'm pretty sure that this is a southern toad, but yeah, they're just ridiculously big down here, and they almost make you scratch your head. I'm like, am I looking at a cane toad? But again, I'm pretty sure that this is a big southern toad right here. But yeah, so we have this toad in the middle of the road, and then we have this lightning storm that's off in the distance. It's kind of to the north of us, but it's something we've been keeping an eye on. Of course, it's not lightning right now, but yep, so there's a big toad in the road. I mean, I guess for reference, like, it's almost about the size, half the size of my foot, so it's definitely a big toad, but we're gonna keep on driving, see what else we can find. Hopefully we can actually get a snake. Well, we got our first snake on the night, and this is a Florida Scarlet snake. We've been seeing actually quite a few of these lately. The last 3 snakes I've been seeing out herping have been Florida Scarlets. So they're not super rare, but down here at least, but not the most common snake. But on a really warm night like this with temps pushing nearly 80 degrees, it's not surprising that we're finding them. So yeah, really stunning snake to look at. We'll make sure this guy gets off the road safely, and we'll keep on driving. But first snake of the night is a Florida Scarlet snake. Well, we got our second snake of the night on the road, and this is a Peninsula Ribbonsnake. Periscoping here a little bit. I'm very surprised we haven't seen a cottonmouth yet. They've been, without a doubt, the most common snakes, but I don't get to see that many live Peninsula Ribbonsnakes on the road. They usually get hit, and this guy has just made it off pretty safely, so that's good to see. And yeah, get a good look at him. He's freezing up here, which normally they don't do, but yeah, so Peninsula Ribbonsnake. This is a good size one, maybe a foot to a foot and a half long, but we're going to keep driving. Ran into some herpers, and they've been saying that this one spot along the road's been really good, so that's where I'm going to head and see if we can find any cool stuff. But Peninsula Ribbonsnake, snake number 2. Well, we just got snake number 3 on the night. It is a Florida Brownsnake. So I thought this guy was hit because it was curled up, but it was just taking cover, I guess. But yeah, that's a young Florida Brown. I'm zoomed in here because this thing is not that much bigger, or longer, I should say, than my shoe. So there's a snake for reference. And yeah, so it was in the middle of the road. Several people came by and very shocked they didn't get hit. But yeah, third species on the night, Florida Brownsnake. We'll make sure it gets off the road, and we'll keep on going. So we are back on the trail where we found the Burmese Python, and we have another Scarlet snake on the night. A lot of the ones we've been seeing on this trail are relatively, not really filming them, are very small. This one's maybe only a couple inches long, and it's just working its way along the side of this trail here. So yeah, there goes a young Scarlet snake. We're going to let it be and keep on moving, but first snake on the trail. Hopefully we can find some more. So we have 2 snakes. That's a Scarlet snake. That's over there, an adult. And then where did it go? Oh yeah, right here. You can see that is a southern ringneck snake. I think this is our first ringneck. Well, not their first of the year, but it just went down this tiny little hole. So we had a ringneck and a Scarlet snake right here. So that's already 3 snakes on the trail. Didn't get great footage of the ringneck, but yeah, 2 snakes right together. So hopefully we can see more. And we have our third Florida Scarlet of the night. So another little one, and we've gotten 2 little ones and 1 adult. Well, 3 on this trail, and then we had the second adult that was on the road. But yep, that's pretty cool to see.
You getting good, Zachy? Yeah. Keep walking, it's okay, I'll catch up.
here. Second Dusky Pygmy of the night. This one was posing earlier, so that's really cool. It's been 2 months since I've seen a Dusky Pygmy, and now we've already gotten 2 of them on this trail, so really awesome. There goes another Scarlet snake. Don't know how many we've seen up to this point on the trail, but it's been more than one. There goes. We have a Scarlet snake that's ascending. It's pretty cool. Yo, Pygmy number 3. Mosquitoes everywhere.
I didn't even see him. This bug sugar does work though.
Well, I'm glad that's helping out.
Oh, yeah.
I think I want to take a picture of this one too.
So we have another Pygmy that's on the trail, and he's just right next to the other one. Stupid mosquitoes on my arm, but there they go. Goes another Scarlet. And there goes another Scarlet snake. So here's another Scarlet snake. We're seeing quite a few. I'm already starting to lose count, but this is easily the most Scarlet snakes. Tonight I've seen more Scarlet snakes on this trail than I have ever in my life before. So this is really cool, but there goes that guy.
I knew I heard something.
And there goes another Scarlet snake. Hey everyone, so I'm back on the road heading to my house. It's well after midnight now. And look what we have. It has been the night of Florida Scarlet snakes. This guy is just on the road right now. I've probably found at least 2 dozen Scarlet snakes tonight. His tail lighting's a little... Oop, there goes my light. Yeah, so the road is like super quiet right now, but I'm going to make sure this guy gets off of it and we're going to keep on driving. Not expecting to see much else on the night, but yeah, it's been crazy for Florida Scarlets. A really productive night overall. I was out herping with some good people, and so we got like a bunch of Dusky pigs and more Scarlets, but yeah, here's a Florida Scarlet right here. So, pretty cool find, ton flicking and everything. So, yep, we're going to keep on going. Alright everyone, we just got our second Florida brown snake of the night. I somehow avoided hitting this guy, and it's worked its way onto the road. This is honestly a pretty big Florida brown snake. This is not the biggest I've seen, but not the smallest either. So it's like 1 o'clock in the morning right now. No one's on the road, but want to make sure this guy gets off safely. We'll keep on going. But there's a Florida brown snake. Alright everyone, so I'm at my house. Just got back from the cruise, and this Cuban Treefrog gets something dangling from its mouth that is eaten. I can't tell what it is. Zooming in closer here, but yeah, if it's a mosquito, I may give it a pass, but otherwise, an invasive species predating on potential native wildlife. Good morning everyone, and we got an absolutely beautiful day here. This is the following morning after last night's really long herping outing. By the time I got back home, I was just too tired to record an outro, and I'm actually going to call the video here. I think we got a really productive 2 nights of herping, highlighted of course by seeing my first Burmese Python in the wild, which is always a cool and sad moment at the same time. They're obviously invasive and have caused a lot of harm to the native ecosystem, but I was super lucky to run into some python contractors who were able to remove the snake, so that made me feel a lot better. And yeah, that was easily the most Scarlet snakes I've ever seen. Last night alone, I think we got at least 20 plus, probably closer to 2 dozen. And then I had previously been in a 2-month drought regarding Dusky Pygmies. One of my previous videos, if for those of you who may have watched it, when I was in Central Florida, I went to a really reliable spot and didn't find any. So last night, I think I lost count, but we probably got close to 10 Dusky Pygmies overall. So that was easily the most I've seen in a night. And overall, I think things were pretty incredibly rewarding. It was really interesting because things on the road that I've been cruising have been very slow, but just going out and hiking at night has really produced some really high volumes of snakes, even if it is only a handful of species. But I think these last 2 nights made for a pretty productive episode, so I'm going to end the video here. If you want to see more herping related content, feel free, if you want, to subscribe to my channel, check out some of the other videos. All up to you. So I hope nonetheless that you enjoyed this, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.